Right guys, welcome back to another episode of Car Talk. I know it's been a while, I think we're going back before Christmas, so you know, we're talking nearly 9 months ago, if not a little bit longer. I apologise, I've been so busy with work, so busy with my band and the building explores, but I'm going to promise I'm going to make a bit of an effort. I'm going to try and drop a video every 2 to 3 weeks, whether that's on Corgi, Dinky, Matchbox, Hot Wheels, Redlines, Vintage CQ, anything you want. Maybe give me some ideas and I'll see what I can put together for you. So obviously in front of us we've got a lovely range of Corgi toys, ranging from late 50s through to the 60s. There's some nice items in here. I've also brought the Green Hornet down, so just so you can have a bit of a TV memorabilia in there. But right, so let's get into it. So Corgi Toys basically started in July 1956 was the first introduction, which was a Carrier Bantam. So this is, well, it's based as Mettoy, because Mettoy was where Corgi came from. Mettoy was actually set up in 1933, and they just done tinplate stuff, larger tinplate toys, done plastic toys, some pretty cool stuff they've done over the years. Their first introduction into diecast was in about the mid-50s, and they've done like a little clockwork race car, which was diecast, which pretty cool item. But the first official line, should we say, is this Carrier Bantam. Like this, guys, it's 1956. Okay, granted, no box. We're in a hood. The condition ain't too bad. A bit of a decal wear on the back. We got a flat tyre as they're prone to go, but it's been like that since the 50s. I ain't changing it. Keep it all original. I believe in the originality. It's quite a nice item. Of course, later on in the years, we had like the Lucozade came from this, the milk, you know, just that sort of like trucks that you would see back in the day, which was like the dairy vans, was quite cool. Of course, then they had the interiors and the windows put in them. But yeah, well, before we get into all that, let's do a little bit of history. So the name Corgi Toys, I think, was given by a name Philip Earlman, I think his actual name was. Don't quote me on that surname, I think his first name was Philip anyway. Of course, they gave it the name because of the Corgi dog. You know, Corgis, South Wales, Swansea, where we are. That's, well, Swansea where they were made. That's why they call them the Corgi Toys. That's what they give it. But we'll go into a little bit of history about everything. Where should we start? I don't know, let's go right. Late 50s beer, nice Jag, you know, nice example. This came from a private collection in Hereford. It's been looked after, a couple of little marks, but in a whole, it's in pretty damn good condition. Look at the box, guys. Look, that's crisp. There's no stains on it. Original price $2.09. God, I wish there was still that price. But it's been looked after. But I won't go jumping all different eras. Let's just go for a little bit of history on stuff. Okay, so the first model with suspension, I think, was 1959. That was dropped, which would have been on the Renault Fluoride, you know, the little coupe, done him in the green, done him in like the maroon colour, which is pretty cool. We've got the first Transalite cars being done, I believe, 1962. I think they classed the ambulance as the first one with the working light, but you know, the actual where you put the, I don't know if you can quite make it out on there because there's not a whole lot of light in here, where you can put your finger over the rear screen and you've got the turn the lamps on and off, which is pretty neat, to be honest with you. I quite like that feature. Right, the first opening part features were in 1960. Of course, you know what I mean, like opening trunk, nice spare tyre in there. I think the Aston Martin was one of the first ones there as well. But Corgi run right through in Swansea till, I think it was 1984, where they started to get a bit of financial difficulties. You know, at the end of the day, kids were wanting different stuff. They were wanting the cars you could push fast, they were wanting Hot Wheels. Mattel just killed it back in the day. They were on the money, they knew exactly what they were doing. And I think in 1984 they had a bit of a manager's buyout, which then ran them through to the late 80s, where Mattel actually took over Corgi. And of course today Corgi's owned by Hornby, which were originally the trains. But yeah, they still do some sort of Corgis, just not, you know, it's nothing like this. So let's have a little run through. We've got a lovely Ferrari Formula One car, of course, going with it. We've got the Lotus Climax. Again, nice era of cars, you know, the 60s. Of course, the Courier Cost Racing Transporter, one of my personal favourites. Perhaps I can just bring that down for the next video. So all these are near enough all, well, they are all original. Some got little touch-ins. As you can see, it's had some detail into the, put some signals on it and some real lights on it. Don't look half bad, to be honest, but apart from that, the car is perfect. It's got the odd little mark, if that, but it's been looked after. Of course, near enough all of these got the original sheets of paper, which is nice to see. And believe it or not, guys, just for this little piece of paper, unfilled like that, they go in £10–15 or more. They sell that all day long, which is, it's quite surprising for a slip of paper. But again, you know, that could then turn that car from being an £80 car to a £120 car, etc. Especially because it's got the rear case. That's a nice example again, you know, two people fighting over it. Sky's the limit, really. Again, the Simca, amazing paint job. I love that chrome finish. That is mint, that car. The exception of the odd little mark, you know, suspension is good. That's a nice example. But that paint is so easy to tarnish. And what I've done, I've brought an E-Type down, guys, which would have been a nice car. But someone, I think, put a number plate on it at some point. Like, and they've pulled the number plate off, and it's taken the varnish straight off the car. It's put it like to the black undercoat, which is a shame, because the box is so crisp as well on this. The colours are bright, you know, slipper papers inside. Yeah, well, what can you do? You know, they were toys at the end of the day. That's what people do forget. You know, they were toys. We've got late 50s beer, Smith's Carrier Bantam again. As you can see, similar fronts. Not too far apart on that. Obviously with the back, you know, they had the Chipperfield Circus booking office in that. And then we talking, these are the earlier interiors. And then the first proper interior actually came about on like these Ford Thames Airbornes. Which I can open them up. Sorry, it's a bit hard to do it with the one hand, but we'll get there now. And of course, as you can see, he's got the rear bench inside, which is pretty neat. It's a nice little feature. You know, it's a bit more personalised in a sense. Now we've got the Oldsmobile with the pop-up lights. I will show this Marlin because these are one of my favourite Corgi castings. You know, such a stunning car. Good chrome. The suspension are prone to go on these. As you can see, this one is working fine. I won't push too hard for it does end up like with the rest of them. But as with the most of my stuff, guys, it's ex-shop stock or stuff that's been in private collection, hasn't really been used, which is a shame. It's a shame if you think about it, because you know they are toys. They're meant to be loved. And we'll clear a space here, and we'll show you the Green Hornet Black Beauty. Apologies, my chair is a little bit creaky on this leather. It's a warm day. But look at that. The artwork sometimes, you know, it just makes them, guys. Look at the Green Hornet. You know, the Chrysler Imperial. Absolute stunning car. You know, these are so popular and so valuable because, you know, this is what kids seen on TV. Living around here in South Wales, you know, we didn't see Oldsmobiles driving past or Corvettes driving past. It's all the British cars we've seen. That's why Corgi concentrating on so many British cars. But this was the stuff you see on TV, you know. So this one has the secret instructions inside there. You know, we've got the rocket in the front. And of course you've got the flying disc in the back. Let's see if we can do it this way, just so it doesn't go. But you know, should we show you the feature working? Why not? I'll go and collect it later. Ready? 3, 2, 1. As easy as that. Hit the ceiling, lands over there. You know, it's nice to see something when it's like this and still working. But yes, you know, Corgi Toys, some of my favourites, I'll be honest. Dinky and Corgi are my two favourites of this era anyway. You know, it's just each car is a character. Each car tells a different story. Each car you want, you know, got little features added in some which you haven't, and others like that one's got the number plate saying 1959. Some of them haven't got that number plate in there. It's just little features you would miss if you didn't know what you were looking for. And also, we'll pay attention on this one. We've got an amazing original 1952 Pepsi Cola sign, guys. That's 4 foot by 4 foot. That's my new backdrop. It's in here blocking up the kitchen at the minute for this video, but I'm gonna find the wall to put that on because it's pretty badass, I'll be honest. But yeah, as I said, give me a link in the bio. You know, any comments you want to make, just make them. Let me know what you're feeling about the videos. What do you want to see next? Do you want to go Matchbox? Do you want Dinky? You know, I can do modern stuff. Anything you want, we can do, guys. It's a pleasure showing you some of the stuff. And as I said, a lot of my stuff I show you is actually available to purchase as well. You know, I sell about 200 to 300 models a week. Vintage, modern, box, loose, everything for any budget, really. You can see me in toy fairs up and down the UK, Barry Potter fairs, Bulldog fairs, Chris Dyer fairs. I get around, guys, so it'd be a pleasure to meet some of you in person, and I ship worldwide. But it's not a selling video. This isn't what it's about. You know, one collector to another collector, just showing you some stuff, guys. And as I said, I appreciate the love, all the kind comments on the last ones. And yeah, with a small community, not everyone collects. So let's just keep it alive, guys. So peace and love, take care. I'll see you in the next video.